Sitting in my room, late at night, lights aglow, screen so bright. Surroundings dancing, controller in my hand. I'm ready to conquer, don't you understand? I'm a streamer, gaming dreams come true. Let the beat surround you and you. Every level, every quest, I'm a finder. Streaming my adventures, taking you higher. Survival games. I'm always searching for fortune and fame with each victory. I face a wild life, a virtual world I thrive. I'm a streamer, I'm a streamer, gaming dreams come true. Living in a pixel world, me and you. Every level, every quest, I'm a fighter. Streaming my adventures, taking you higher. Through the highs and lows, I never back down. With determination, I wear my gaming crown. As we do worst year, I feel the rush. In this digital realm, running my air on the land. Hush, I'm a streamer, gaming dreams come true. Living in a pixel world, me and you. Every level, every quest, I'm a fighter. Streaming my adventures, taking you higher. So join me on this journey. Let's chase the stars in the gaming world. We'll leave our mark. Together we'll conquer. Together we'll rise.
Let's see, now get this done. Alright, so hello everybody. We're a little bit early, but that's because I'm so eager to get on the road with the content. So here we are in Dune and June. We are vampiring up. Look, we have 2 blood purifiers now. All the blood, no AIDS. Let's see, so we have the advanced garment maker and a new weapon bench. We're working on downstairs. It's amazing. It is super amazing. We need to do a little bit of POI in, because we need to build the wind turbine, and I want to unlock some other things. Which, speaking of the wind turbine, this is where I want to put them. I'm gonna level these off, these ones right here, and probably these ones too, because this is kind of ugly. In fact, do I have my building tool on? I do not. Here, let's get that out. Practice in theory or something like that, where, you know, instead of talking about it, you just do it and show. So let's equip this. And we go boop, and down to demo, and we break the roof. X. Let's see, you get half of it back, so it's not ideal, but, you know, whatever. But we're gonna have solar banks or wind turbines over here. Now, up to build. Now, I was thinking... We still can't build on the top of these, right? But these cool new ones, we can. And they still just take granite, but they're shiny. I think they're shiny. Come on, would you... Thank you. Okay, well they're shiny. They're shiny enough. See, this will be where we put our turbines. Doop, doop, doop. It was gonna be a porch, but that'll have to wait until we're ready for a porch. And we'll go turbine light for now, because I don't know how many we need. So we'll do like 3. We're planning for the future anyway. Okay, and then doop, and boop, boop, boop. Do we have half walls that aren't ugly? That's a door, that's not a wall. We do not have half walls that aren't ugly. Okay, good to know. What are these? Railings. How does that do? Okay. So they're parapets. Or parapets if you're not from America. Or you're French, or however. The German guy I watch says parapet. Really? Aw. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not gonna be a beggar or a chooser. Doesn't really matter to me as long as it's working. Okay? And we're good. I guess we're not good. Is there half stairs? Okay, bam. Whoops. So the calibrated server box are a thing. We can barely manage that zone right now, so it's gonna be a moment before we get that far. Except for I have no lines. Is that backwards? Can I tell? Okay, whatever. I can't really tell. So I've learned yesterday when I died, apparently we drop our money when we die. So that's where my money's been going. So instead, what we do now is we put our money in a chest. Which chest, I don't know. We just moved it all around. So there's going to be a little bit of confusion. Let's see. So we're going to need steel. I should have made a list. So maybe we'll make the list right now of what we need and what we don't need to get the power online so we're stable. So I need 45 steel, so 45 times 3. 135 steel. That's a ton. Okay, let me write this down. What it is. That won't do. The fan's on and it tried to blow the list off. 45 steel. Because we have our weapons made and we have our new set of armor made. So we're not really worried about that yet. So 40 more surbox. And a crud load of cobalt. 65 times 3. 195 cobalt. Okay, so I guess first we'll have to worry about our examination units instead. Oops. Push all the wrong buttons. That's what we do best. This thing. Iron, silicon, and complex machineries. Can you let me in the door? Thank you. Technically, this is the garage, but we'll figure it out. For now, it's okay. It can just be wherever as long as it's out of the way and functional. And it doesn't do that. Whoops. So, we don't need the garment factory, and we don't need the weapon assembler for now. Turn you off. So that's why that's why the whatchamacallit is important. It's first. Because we gotta get, we need to get powered. Okay. So we're doing much better than we were before, so it won't be too difficult, I don't think. What does this do? Permission, storage, general settings. Powered off in 5 minutes. Storm alerts, none. $3 grand in taxes due in 8 days. What's my weight look like? We've got everything that we have on us that we don't actually need. much weight back as possible. Most of the what we don't need, most of our weight is gear. To be honest about it, so we're just gonna have to deal. We should make a trunk for the bike. Is there an inventory mark too, maybe? Oh, not that we can afford anyway, supplies. Storage mark 3. Inventory mark 2. Okay. Well, let's go get some research points. I was saying yesterday we might end up having to do, like, more stuff. Who'd have thought? Get off the bike. Did I think this through? No, I did not. We don't plan. I'm a bad tuber. I'm like a rotten potato. I'm a bad tuber. I guess I could be a rotten carrot. That works too, right? It's a tuber too. But see, we need a new bike. There's no avoiding the fact that there's gonna have to be another mark. We're gonna need a mark 2. We'll need another mark in our life. I guess that should be first. Iron and blood and iron and blood and iron and blood. That sounds like a saying from something, but I don't remember what now. And then we'll just start picking off lower POIs that are along the border because they're easier. Oh, what happened? Did you see that? Oh my god, well, I hope so. Oh no, I think somebody might have got sandwormed. Like me the other day. Yeah, I got eaten by the sandworm and lost all my stuff. Now we have better stuff. The salvage makes bullets. I was hoping to get away from needing salvo. But apparently that's always going to be a thing in my life because we're going to need salvage. I was listening to Pawnee Hoof, shout out to Pawnee Hoof, earlier when I was playing, and he was talking about, because he got the beta, he was the beater, and he was talking about how, wait a minute, oh here, we'll just do it backwards, about how, like, you can get through to endgame in about 40 hours, so we're getting there, we're approaching endgame, we're halfway there to endgame, and I believe it, I'm ready to go to aluminum. Because we're in steel right now. He's my go-to for once human. So if he says it, it's probably true. Other than 4 a.m. And then I was watching Damon Kim too. Because he's talking about manipulating the market and playing the market already to make cash. And I haven't watched him in so long. He was like... I used to watch him when I used to play Genshin. And so, like, listening to him was very nostalgic. I was like, wow. It's good to see that he's in a better spot than he was the last time I watched him. And there's health issues with his grandma and stuff. And he wasn't fiscally stable, so he was in the major worried zone. You know, like, that's just the side of the raid zone. It's like when you're getting ready for raid. If you don't know if you got the gear to do the raid. Yeah, it's a majestic beard. And a great personality as far as it goes. Like, he's so real. He's not like the streamer personality where you can tell that they've got the streamer personality going. He's just like straight up and just normal. Which is what I go for. I tried the over the top in Dungeon, but That's just nothing. I mean, considering I play classical music on my piano when I play my piano, over the top, it just isn't working for me. It's not my giant. We don't need the welding torch. We do need that cyclical. I have an atmospheric water converter we're building too, but that's why we need the power. Because I need like 300 watts. Right? So we're gonna be going for it. We're going for it. We're gonna go kill a bunch of people, get components that are like tier 3 components. I'll probably go and do some more stuff that I probably shouldn't be, but that's okay. Since we're harvesting water right now, we will not be drinking until we're to the threshold where we can drink the Dune the dew. Now, obviously it's not a Baja Blast, but it's some sort of dew. It's obviously the green kind, because it's green, right? I'd apologize for the nasal, but it is what it is. I have summertime allergies and they're back in full force. Oh, we're out of water, or we're out of room because we spilled the dew. I like spilling the beans, but you're dew instead. But not like red stew. So that's pretty much full. And we're not gonna, like, waste it. 10 points is just 10 points. I think what we'll do is we'll go all the dues tonight. Doing. We're gonna go and we're gonna deposit all of the water into the cistern. So there's extra water for everything. Because we need to we need 270 steel or iron, I think. I think it's 2 to 1. Let's see if what it just says. 1 to 1. Okay, so that's not so bad. We need 135 of it, and we need to go get a carbon run. We're close already. That's 117. I did not plan this, but you know, it's just bun luck. We have lucky rabbit's feet, 2 of them, in fact. We had no blood. I wonder. Let's see if they respawn or not. Containers are 45 minutes, but people seem to be pretty quick. I was trying to do a POI last night, and they were respawning on me, and I was only in there for like 20 minutes. Plant fibers, don't ever skip plant fibers. They're for the healing items. Why do I almost sound like a man? That's gross. See? See, like I said, we're upgraded. We're ready to roll. Oh, so it's 45 minutes on a server clock. It's not 45 minutes on our clock. I was just in here before we went live. Like, literally right before we went live. No, just, would you do what I tell you? Blood, all the blood. Blood the impaler, blood, 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 blood. That is not the gun, thank you. Hold still so I can kill you, please.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Okay, it's just a good thing we're inside, huh? They'll never take me alive. If you want some, you can get some. Let me know. Oh! Death comes for you. And my nose is running. Hold on, everybody.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Well. Not what we said. 1, 2, 3. So if you're a controller player like me, I recommend doing the hybrid, where you're using your controller and you're using your keyboard for your hotkeys. It makes it quicker. And it seems to work better. Where'd he go? What? Nani? Oh, I hate that. It's just... do what you're told, please. Did this respawn? Can we drink this? Well, all the despawning bodies kind of just added all of that. And I guess it could be worse. Yeah, there's like quicksand or something over there. Which is strange. I think moving forward, we're gonna pull them into the big cavern. We kill them in here on stone. In case it's like they're falling through the quicksand as well. Oh! What the... Get out our binocular. See what we can see. Oh, let's go over there. Let's see what that is. Let's go adventure. Just that's not fake excitement. That's straight up excitement right there. They shot down our prison ship. That's why I built so many, because one good POI run and we'd be out of stuff. Like, we wouldn't have enough stuff to be able to do that. And just because it helps me override my sensibilities, I need one more libation before we proceed. That's the Ponte. And away we go. Oh no, everything's broken. I'm not the only one that went down there to go just take a peek, see though. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's mildly disappointing. Let's continue on over to here to get some more blood. We'll just leave it there. Oops. And hindsight is, you know, what they call hindsight. We're gonna need more than just a little bit of iron. We need to build another bike. Oh wait, watch this, watch this. Spider babe, spider babe, spider babe, does it? Could you spin the web? Maybe she can. Yes, a spider babe. You stand no chance. Back to my days of PvPing, actually. I used to use a sniper. But now I'm just extra dangerous. And my second favorite gun in the whole wide world is a handgun. Typical Call of Duty Battlefield loadout, technically. I killed more people with a handgun than I did with my sniper rifle. Oh, right in the crowd. That's how we do it. Oh, we must have server stuck. There's people. There's people. That's what that means. There's people. You ain't find nothing. You're down to death. You better watch out. I'm coming for you. Go next. I know you exist because you spoke. I hope those are the wind turbines. That would be so fun. They're all janky. Oh wait, no. We're inside the building. Shield something. Shields this. Shields that. Shielding a wiffle ball bat. Where are you? Stick your face out where I can see it, please. Make it easy. Scoundrels. Infidel. Wow. I guess not. I was worried for a minute. Whoa. I was worried for a minute. Oh, Jesus. Something's going on. That's the first time I've ever abandoned the whole time I played. Is it payday? Oh. You know what? I see. I think I actually do too. Is it 6? Where's my band-aid? It's definitely not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think people got paid, they bought the game. But now we have, like, super traffic. Or maybe they just finally have time to play and they already bought the game and we have server traffic. Hello? Goodbye. When you say goodbye, I say hello. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye, but I say hello. Oh, that's the sword. That's the sniper rifle. Nope. I guess that one's the sniper rifle. You can't desync them, so I don't loot them anymore. We don't use those, we use heavy darts now. So it's kind of useless to me to even bother with the inventory space being wasted. Can I loot this? No. That's too bad. The sound scared me. I actually thought somebody was coming up behind us. Okay. Sadly, now it's to the bike and we have to go home. And then we have to walk until we get a new bike. It'll be fun. We can't really rep it anymore. It's just broken. And we walk along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. With tawny hair and starry eyes that kind of hypnotized me through. And I ran the country out that way. And I ran both night and day. 'Cause her name was Babe. Beep, 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 beep. Looks like, my house looks like an apartment building. Not a good apartment building, but an apartment building all the same. Yeah, those tires are about to break. Well, let's shut down any non-necessary facilities. Wow. Which means that one, honestly, is it draining into this? Is that what's happening here? Oh, I guess maybe. I don't know for sure. We don't need this. We'll need that. We don't need this. Okay, that's already up. That's already up. We don't need this. That should be enough to turn on the vehicle fabricator. It holds more, but it only does double. So it's not like, oh my god, it's so much better. It's, oh my god, we're still gonna need the other ones until we can afford to use them both. Now, I didn't really want to do... Like, I didn't want to do a Mark II, I wanted to skip right over to Mark III and then go from here into the Ornithopter. But I guess what we could do... What's the engine take? It's a little bit more cobalt paste. And 2 steel ingots. So I guess we're SOL. We can't afford that right now. I need 3 treads, crap. I need 1 engine, cracked. PSU, cracked. Chassis, cracked. All cracked. Scanner, yes please. Where's the Mark II inventory? Oh, we didn't get right, we can't afford it. Because it's cheap. Crap. I'll pack up the other one. Get rid of it. Oops, no. Nyan. Nope, yeah. Try that again. Now let's clean up. Because we have a second large water thing too. That seems this can get turned off. Wait. That's for bullets. That doesn't get turned off. We'll go with 20. I don't care if there's any in there already. I just noticed that I think that there was some in there. Don't mind. Do I have the construction tool on me still? Because we're or Dirk, and we have the construction tool on it still. Yes, we do. Yes. Where's that water storage at? What do you need? 60 Jesus. Okay. So about 60 steel. And then 30 silicone. We're preparing for the long haul. We're setting up for endgame tonight is what we're gonna do. I know yesterday I said we were gonna go do some POI and we probably still will, but we're literally going back to the second map, or the first map to do that. Because if you look here, let's see where it says like 9 out of 18 caves, 1 out of 1 ships. We're missing 32 camps and 3 settlements and so on and so forth. We're missing 5 collectibles, so that's 25 points of research points. And so on and so forth, and we're going to need to be monopolizing on that. If we go up to this sector, I've been trying to scan. I was up in here trying to scan. This is where you get your advanced parts for tier 3, unless you want to come over here. Runaway Station, I recommend going to do this, because they attack each other. There's 2 different bandit factions, apparently. The one that starts with M, and scavengers. They all fight each other. I thought they were people the last time I was over there. Nope, they're not people. They're NPCs, killing NPCs. Kind of like the black rhino and the dog in the desert, or like an elephant if it gets in a dog scam. So that is like pro tip number 1. Pro tip number 2: build a bike. No, seriously though, pro tip number 2 would be honestly to build a bike. And then be nice to your bike, because when it gets blown up, you'll miss it, you'll cry. Just... Because I really do miss my bike already. Or I missed my bike. The first one's okay, but it's just okay. Don't I have a scanner? I built the scanner, didn't I build the scanner? Did we already snap the scanner on? I don't see the scanner. Guess we didn't build the scanner. And honestly, with how cheap it is, whatever. Building the scanner. Oh, I know. You can only queue up so much. That's what happened. Okay, so we're gonna need a complex machinery run from the looks of it too. I don't know what it is about this new desk. I've gone through and they just don't want to write on it. On paper on it, I mean, not like actually writing on it. We'll say probably 120 complex. Which is only 2 or 3 passes. We get 43 a run, so that's not too bad. And it's kind of fun. Cobalt paste is up here in this zone. We need to get somewhere high for a survey. Like, we're gonna come up in here, I guess, and we'll survey from over here. If it'll let us. I was trying to do it over here, but they literally want you to get up to the top of this to do the survey. And I'm not climbing all the way up there, because I don't have stamina to climb up all the way. No other reason, honestly. Okay. Surviving and thriving in the Dune Desert. Okay. Get some gas. Dump all of our stuff. We need a drop chest too, so it'll make it that much easier from scabbing and coming home, instead of you guys having to suffer through what's about to happen here. Because there's no transfer. Well, actually, you know what? Let's see if there is a transfer all button, and we're just dumb because we don't know any better. If there was in Conan, why isn't there one in this? Paying open voice chat status regular. Rank toggle. Shoulder camera, holster, hot bars. No, it's not. Building categories, last inventory, factory research, illustrating customization. Nope. Okay. Wow, guys, good way to do it the wrong way. Okay, whatever. While I'm thinking about it, let's go into the social menu and turn on that silly radio station. Oh my god, you has no friends pay. I'm like, I know, it's okay. I mean, it's not great, but it happens.
From the mission camp, Eric writes,
Dear Mother, I don't know when I'll be able to write again. The Harkonnen positions are strong, and however careful our planning, we are sure to sustain grave losses.
Cedric can see he broke his
Still,
fingers.
none of us hesitates. We fight for House Atreides, for our people.
We'll be
Though I
fighting
must
for House
confess,
Atreides.
even the glory of Three Rock Station feels hollow amidst the bloodshed I now have witnessed. I must tell you, Atreides operatives too have been driven to acts I thought unimaginable. And we do what we must to secure victory. But I
think
wonder
it's
at the
funny.
cost to our souls. I miss you.
Because, you know, growing up where I grew up, they only beat
Later
out
that same
swearing.
month,
So I'm
it
like,
was
oh my
reported
god,
that
potty
Sergeant
mouth.
Eric Thorne was declared missing in action during a clandestine raid.
He
His
went
mother's
AWOL.
heartache reminds us of the ultimate sacrifice made by so many.
Eric is missing.
I'll bet fans on
My
it, he
son.
went AWOL.
My brave boy, lost to this endless war. I am proud of him, of his courage and his honor.
And his
But I
gusto.
cannot help the bitterness that fills my heart. We give so much. And for what? What good is the...
Oh my, potty
re-
mouth. Oh, even extra potty mouth.
when the
What?
endless sands
What's really
of
going
our
on here?
swallow our children whole?
Fiona Thorne's sacrifice is a testament to the strength and resilience of House Atreides. Let us honor her and all those who endure the trials of this war, as we strive for a future where their sacrifices
let's
are
go.
not in vain.
A buttload of steel. Okay, we made her bike.
You have
So-
listened to another episode
I'm
of
still
Through
doing
Their Eyes, first-hand accounts from the front lines, presented by your host,
Eight.
Redondo Monroe.
Okay, so let's go get Carbon. Left. No bueno. What the hell that is? What's a vehicle respawn? There's better places for Carbon further into the map, but whatever, there's no reason to do the hard way when you got it right here. And there's like 4 nodes of it right here. Huh? Danny? No, dude, bro. We're good. 1,600 bullets. Should be able to handle some of it anyway. Go ahead and get on that. I wonder what somebody would do if we just start flashing SOS. I mean, would they respond? Or would they trip? Would they just be like, oh my god, what the hell, man? I'm a scrub pleb, I don't know what you're doing. I wonder how easy is it with the controller? Watch this, it's like super easy. Oh, Fair. Or not the controller with the KBM. Of course, that's just how it is. Don't know why I'd be surprised. Let's make a ride up here and see if we can't make a, find Albuquerque. The discoloration is usually quicksand, so
And
that's
now,
why I was trying to
we
avoid
journey
it.
to the front lines with another episode of The Young Guardians, as we follow 3 young cadets on their
Oh, this
journey
one's pretty
to
good.
glory. And now, The Young Guardians.
I don't know which one this one
A
is, but
captivating saga of
these are pretty
bravery,
good.
loyalty, and sacrifice.
When we last left our
I've
3
already seen
young
this
House
statement.
Atreides aspirants, they had received their orders to join the War of Assassins on Arrakis. After crossing the known universe on a guild
Assassins,
hardliner,
you say?
our heroes are briefed on what awaits them in the desert sands below.
Now, you must think of the planet's surface as you would any environment hostile to human life. Because make no mistake, troopers, while you're there, while there's oxygen to breathe and the atmosphere won't kill you outright, everything else will. Your destination is Helios Gate, a Bastion-class fortress overlooking the northern frontier. You'll be reinforcing 3 Company of the 5th Rapid Deployment Cohort. Captain Amstrad and the Fighting 5th have repelled no less than 23 direct enemy actions in the last standard quarter. That means you'll be releasing tired and haggard troops. And, just remember why you're here and who you're fighting for. That's right, for the Duke.
As our 3 young guardians cross the gangway to their dropship, certain nerves and anxieties come boiling to the surface.
That's the right thing.
Taryn!
Oh, this one where he's barking.
Whoa. You just missed a trooper on the lower gangway. You didn't even notice.
Gross!
Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, I think that slig chowder isn't sitting too well.
It's okay to be nervous, Taryn. I'm bloody terrified. Although I'm not sure if I'm more afraid of the Harkonnen or the planet itself.
Both are horrible. But my greatest fear is failure.
The Harkonnen are like
family
Sith
down.
Lords.
That's hogwash.
One dude
Already
even
lived
looks
up
like
to your
Darth Vader.
nickname.
We were top of our class at the war gym. Our names are inscribed on the Great Pillar.
After Aiden and his crew were disqualified.
And summarily executed.
But I have so much pressure on me to perform. You peons can't possibly understand what it's like to be not familiar. To live under a microscope.
Bad writing.
1,000 rules for every little
I'd be
thing.
pissed. Somebody said something like that to me.
Sometimes I'm jealous of the freedom you guys
Like,
have.
what did you call me?
Freedom to toil for every waking hour.
Or freedom to starve when the crop yield is low.
What about freedom to be beaten if we bump into one of our betters?
You know what I mean. I'm sorry,
Oh, you're like
guys.
slaves.
I'm just worried about our deployment.
Worried about what?
My brother says Helios Gate is outdated and of limited strategic value.
So?
Well, you heard the commander. 23 direct enemy actions in the last standard quarter. Is it really worth the risk?
I thought you wanted to prove yourself, Golden Boy.
Life must be so hard as a noble.
Okay. I'm an ass. Lay off me.
Oops.
Look, we just need to stick together and remember our training.
And who knows? These things ebb and
Yes,
flow.
remember your
We don't
training
see
and
any
you will
action for quite some time.
survive. Like Starship Troopers, right?
As their dropship navigated the still descent corridor, our 3 guardians could see the action unfolding below.
Get up, that's the Dune! We are coming in hot!
Who told you you get to live?
Link on the dropship once we are touched down! We need marksmen to observation decks, and the rest of you, reinforcing access points. Helios Gate.
It's so much easier with a keyboard and mouse. Oh, right in there. You know what? Good thing they're dead, they don't get to feel how painful that would be.
The Helios Gate Fortress. Taryn is stationed at the main gate, ready to
Where are
repel all comers. while Lyra is perched on an observation deck with scope and las rifle.
They're trying to cut the gate solenoids. We need a marksman tasked on the front gate.
I got you, trooper.
Well,
Cuttery, team down.
Meanwhile, Amon and his team of Suspensor-born skirmishers streak across the sky through a fusillade of lasgun fire.
Land behind them! Land behind them! On my position! Textbook flanking maneuver.
The battle raged on as the numerically superior Harkonnen forces pressed their advantage. But while the defenders of Helios Gate were outgunned and outnumbered, their fighting spirit remained unbroken.
We're not going to be able to hold the gate for much longer. Can I get another marksman tasking for the front gate?
Negative, trooper. We've got all crews keeping their honest officers at Look out for 'em!
well, she is in crouch apparently.
As day turns to night, the Harkonnen
that
forces
one?
prepare for a final desperate assault. The defenders, exhausted but resolute, ready themselves once again for the coming battle.
This is it, troopers! Helios Gate stands tall once again!
Remember your training and you will survive.
Assault vector from Power East. We just need to hang on until they get
We're not here for them.
For the Duke!
I mean, there's intel points though, so I guess we're kind of here for them.
In the thick of the battle, Taran continues to defend the front gate. His strength and determination an inspiration to those around him.
They're trying to break through the old-fashioned way.
Lyra's precision fire thins the ranks of the oncoming enemy as Amon is redeployed to the battle.
Okay, we're going in.
Ah! I've been hit! The front gate isn't gonna hold!
Taran finds himself in a perilous situation. He is injured, and the position he holds is about to be overrun by the enemy. Lyra, from her vantage point,
I've been
sees
here.
Taran's predicament and desperately tries to provide cover fire.
Hold on, trooper. I'm trying to avoid.
But then, just as hope seems lost, Amon streaks, Suspensor-born, across the sky and fights his way to his fellow young guardian.
Come on, Terrence, let's move! It's too late. The gate won't hold. We're gonna be overrun.
Are you sure about that, Taran?
So much for the hard front
And they're broken.
When the smoke clears, the casualties on both sides are many. But in the end, the Harkonnen forces are repelled, and the defenders of Helios Gate stand tall. But
You've done your Duke proud this day, troopers. Helios Gate stands because of your bravery.
We did it! We really did it!
23 confirmed kills. I'm told that's a fortunate record for news.
This is just the beginning. Now they know what we're capable of.
For House Atreides, and for each other, we'll face all comers together.
and so, the siege of Helios Gate comes to an end, marking the first of many trials our young guardians will face. Their journey of honor and courage has truly begun.
Join us next time.
Yeah, I'm
on
almost
The
positive
Young
intelligent
Guardians,
points don't
as our
respawn,
heroes
but at least we got
continue their
blood.
journey, facing
We've been
new
here.
challenges as they uphold the legacy of House Atreides. Until then, remember,
I'm gonna be
honor and
selling
loyalty
bullets,
are the
so-
true marks of a warrior.
We'll loot those when I remember to loot those. That's right, honor and courage are the true marks of a warrior. Or that song that says that you are a warrior. You have to sing it loud and sing it proud. That way everybody knows that you can't sing on key. And you're a dilligaf. Burp, beep, boop. I'll take them anyway, because we had to use them to heal. I mean, I thought I glazed over that one. Okay, so that's all good. Up we go. Been in there, been in there. Nothing over there. Oh, look, hidden loot. I'll take your hidden loot. Now let's go. Get out of here. The trash bullets, right? Yeah, trash bullets. Oh, well, I guess we'll just take them anyway. We're about to go to the main hub.
Word of the Duke and reminding you, it will get better. War is hell, but our cause is just, and there's no other possible outcome than total victory.
Well, I guess it's time to go home anyway. We're full. I mean, I guess we could put some in the bike, and then we can go and get more iron on our way back. Oh my god, do these pants make my butt look big? Oh, wait, what? Where's my... Did we run past... Oh, we ran past it. Camouflaged, I didn't even notice it was there. Is it fuel cells? Actually, it's not. Oh, weird. Biff. Yeah, don't ride with me. It would be like really bad for your spine. Get whiplash.
Into the jaws of death. One more June. One more June. One more June onward. Into the desert storm flew the brave soldiers.
One more June
Forward
in
the
June.
shield brigade. The las guns must down, he said. Into the desert storm flew the brave soldiers. Forward the shield brigade. No one to hesitate, despite their reckless hate. Harkonnen, villainy. The troops not to ask what's right. They carry our sacred light, theirs, but to stand and fight. Into the desert storm blew the brave soldiers. Las guns to right of them. Las guns to left of them, las guns in front of them, lightning and fire beam, forward to final breath. Boldly they flew, and well, into the jaws of death. Into the mouth of hell flew the brave soldiers. Flashed all their quick knives bare, flashed as they turned in air, slicing the gunners there, charging an army, while Arrakis all wondered. Plunged in the battle smoke, right through the line they broke. Harkonnen and Sardaukar reeled from the crysknife stroke, shattered and sundered. Then they flew back, but not all of the soldiers. Las guns to right of them, las guns to left of them, las guns behind them. Lightning and fire beam forward to final breath. They that had fought so well came through the jaws of death. Back from the mouth of hell, all that was left of them, left of the soldiers. There will then fade, all so wild charge they made. Atreides, in debt to them. Honor the charge they made. Honor the Shield Brigade. Oh, soldiers.
I've needed one of these kind of poetry moments where people just snap their fingers to it because they don't know what else to do. What do we got? Nothing to good. More iron. Some flour sand. We're gonna have to go get some more of that, I'm pretty sure, too. And that's actually not that hard to do once you actually figure out what you're supposed to do with it. Or how you're supposed to get it, I mean. It's not that big of a deal. We're gonna need to go see a vendor or fly our happy butt over to, what you call it, and actually, start using the auction house. Because we're gonna sell bullets. Even if it's like $1 a bullet or $5 a bullet. Eventually, we're going to set up to water, to do water, and we're going to sell water and blueprints. Oh, we're full. That is actually beautiful. That is amazing. I mean, we're not going to be full in a minute because we're going to smelt it all into iron. See, that's why I'm saying we're selling water. Alright, that has these moving. Yep, okay. You too? Barely, okay. We need a secondary minor cistern. So they're not backing up. Well, here, hold on, too. But that's it, because we're going to go to we're going to go back down south anyway. And we're going to go play around down there. Once we get rid of all the other crap that's on us. We need 200 steel. And 195 cobalt. Let's get out the interactive app. See where the cobalt is.
It's the Wastelander Chronicles, brought to you by O'Gary's Imports. O'Gary's Imports. If you want it, we have it. And if we don't have it, we'll get it.
Oh no, it's in the
Join us
aluminum
now
zone.
as we journey to the blistering sands of Arrakis,
Please.
where we follow the adventures of the O'Gary clan, a pioneering family of
Okay.
salvage experts, as they scour war-torn battlefields and crash
We're good for
sites
that.
to
We can do
discover
this.
their next great haul.
That's right. We're like them.
Hey there, everyone! Welcome back to the Wastelander Chronicles. I'm your Badlands Scout, Sally
We
O'Gary.
found a bug.
Back with another wild adventure from
We don't even
the
know where spice
Wastelander
comes from yet.
Chronicles.
So how can we consume
Today's
spice?
story is a real nail-biter. We were out in the Haga Basin, tracking an off-course freighter when we had the most incredible and terrifying encounter. Let me
You
tell
don't say,
you all
Sally.
about it.
Yes, please do.
We were cruising along in Clovis, our trusty 68 Shom Landmaster. It was supposed to be a routine trip, nothing special. But then, out of nowhere, a rock slide showered down from above and blocked our way. And when the sand and dust settled,
Oh
we
no,
were
Sally.
surrounded.
Oh.
Over a dozen of the fearsome desert warriors, known as the Fremen, materialized from the gloom.
I thought the Fremen are extinct.
At least we thought they were Fremen. but their faces were hidden behind weird iron helmets. But Fremen
Yeah,
or
see,
no,
they're not
these guys
Fremen.
were all business. The one with the biggest helmet stepped forward. He seemed to be in charge and didn't waste any time accusing us of trespassing on Masquerade territory.
Masquerade? I've heard of these clowns.
Maybe not a good time for name-calling, hon.
We tried to explain that we were just friendly explorers, but they weren't having any of it. The one in the big helmet said we were infidels, defiling the electric worm's domain. Whatever the heck that meant.
A cargo cult. Fremen wannabes. Dude Shaz warned me about them.
When were you talking to Dude Shaz?
Not now.
Dude Chaz, is that like a chat bro? Or is that like a
Here
dude
we
bro?
go.
I'm just asking. Don't I have a right to know why my wife is always chatting up the handsome sheriff?
He gives good intel.
Is that what you call it?
By that point, I guess
Oh,
Big
boy.
Helmet ended up blowing
Wow.
out the because he got real mad and ordered us buried up to our necks in the sand. But just as they were gonna drop us into chin-deep pits, something incredible happened. The Moskret started yelling about something they call Shai Halud and lit out of there like their tails were on fire.
Oh, the
Turns out,
sandworm.
Shai Halud is the local name for the big sandworms. Well, I don't have to tell you what happened next. The ground started rumbling and rumbling like never before. I swear it must have been one of those super granddaddy sandworms you hear about living in the deepest desert. I figured it must have took a wrong turn at the shield wall and ended up on our heels. But I'll tell you
We
what,
listen to
when
this
it
one
comes
because I'm
to
pretty
worms,
sure it's not
Mom and Dad
copyrighted.
know their
It's just
business and
Dune.
led us to safety on a rock island with practiced precision. When the dust settled, the worm was gone and there was no sign of the muskrat.
Okay,
Or
so
was there?
I've got their trail. Good job, son. Follow it.
And why are we following it again?
let's go look at the map
Threatened by
again before I figure out what to
The
do.
trail led to a depression in the rocks where the muskrat had made
Oh, that's
camp.
not the
They
map. That's
posted guards, but they
the
were
stream.
no match for us. The best part is, after we killed them all, I found an old handwritten map tucked into Big Helmet's boot. It smelled like farts and old cheese, but I put it in my bag anyhow. I know, stealing isn't right, but Dad always says that if they're dead, then it really isn't stealing.
It smells like fart
Anyhow,
and old
We
cheese.
took the helmets and left their gross corpses to the scavengers before
So
finding
it's
our way
way
back
over
to
here.
Clovis.
But where it says to buy more skills is in that wreck ship.
As we headed back home, I couldn't wait to show Mom and Dad the map. It could be the start of our next big adventure. Back
Okay,
in our shop,
so-
we
Weather
spent
alert.
days
A large
spit-shining the
sandstorm
helmets
is
to a mere
approaching.
polish
Where's
as we
Dune
get
at?
them ready for
Okay.
you, dear listeners.
That's right, Sally. At O'Gary's Imports, it's Masquerade Mask Mayhem, and we won't be undersold. We have big helmets, we have ugly helmets, we have big and ugly helmets. Come find us on the Agora Concourse of the Grand Souk
love
in
it.
Arakeen. Because at O'Gary's Imports,
Big
if
helmets,
you want it,
ugly
we
helmets,
have
too
it.
big and
If you don't
ugly
have
helmets.
it, we'll get it.
Thanks, Dad. Until next time, this is your faithful Badland Scout, Sally
I wanna-
O'Gary, signing off and reminding you to always check
Now,
your
how do we
six.
do?
And come
Oh,
back
no.
next time for another
You're
episode
even
of the
better. Let's
Wastelander
just-
Chronicles.
Get on
How
that.
about that, folks? The deep desert holds more than just spice and sand.
Hello,
it holds
Alpha.
stories of resilience, of daring, and of
Oh, welcome
discovery.
in. Oh, rubber banding. So apparently tonight is the biggest populated night that I've been on so far. There's never been rubber banding till today. Oh, that
Sector
sounds
weather
fun.
alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Where'd you go? Now, mind you, I get seasick, but I've heard that those boats are big enough that you don't get seasick. They don't rock. I bet it is. Or I bet it would be. I'd probably be sunburned. Or and actually probably going stir crazy, or I'd be blogging or something. I don't know. I'd figure out a way to stream even if I was on a cruise. I'd stream the cruise, in fact. I'd be like, nope, and here we are today. Not doing anything of import. Because what, right? What else would I do? This has become a thing where like 4 hours of my day every single day is taken up with it. Oh, nice.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I went on vacation to the desert, to this place called Arrakis. I don't know. And now we're in the dark. Because unfortunately all they did was redo Conan's Sandstorm for Dune, and it's kind of crappy, but whatever. I can't really talk trash. I'm liking it a lot so far. It's totally worth the money as far as I'm concerned. Just because it's fun. And like there's like mechanics that aren't in any of their other games.
Remnants of glory. Echoes of valor. Whispers on the wind. Calling the names of the fallen.
I could write a really nice review for Steam
Souls now
at this
shadows
point.
in the dunes.
Since I've been playing FunCon games since
Remnants
Anarchy
of
Online.
glory.
It's got Anarchy
Desert
elements.
silence.
And it's
broken
got like
by memory.
secret world parts.
Sound beneath
And
our
like
feet,
it's
shifting
great, honestly, so far.
sacrifice.
It's totally worth the money.
Lives given to the cause. The remnants of
Unless you have a
glory.
potato computer, and then you're not gonna
Era
want to
of
buy the
valor,
game. You're
of
gonna want to
gallant
invest in your
deeds,
computer.
Echoes in the annals of history.
Because
History.
I can only do
written
high on
blood and
1080.
sweat. The
I might be able to
remnants
do
of
high on
glory.
1440, but
In the
until Twitch
silence,
changes their
we
stuff. Oh,
remember
right, that reminds me.
names
So Twitch is
and
changing
faces.
the rules around. I might actually make affiliate if I can get like
Faded but not forgotten.
4
Their
people to watch
legacy
me
of
for
flame,
4 hours in
undying.
like a week. I think it's what it is now.
Glory
It's nothing
may
crazy
fade,
like it was.
but honor remains. A guiding star. Eternal. The remnants of glory. In the stillness, whispers linger, ghosts of battles fought. One are
Does it matter?
lost,
No,
but
not really.
forgotten their echoes.
Until they give us
Echoes
more
of
bandwidth like
valor.
YouTube does, I still am leaning more towards YouTube than I am towards Twitch. Because, like, to put it in perspective, Alpha, so you get 6,500 on Twitch. And that's even when you make an affiliate. Until you get to partner, you can't stream in 4K. And even then, you only get like 12,000 KB. So you don't even get the same one that YouTube gives everybody for free. And I think that that's crappy because, like, I've had people from Australia trying to watch, and they can't watch, even on the low bandwidth, and it's still pixely. But if they're on YouTube, they can watch. And it's like, it makes me think that something's wrong with their encoding, like their HEBEC. I don't know what that actually, I don't know if that you're supposed to pronounce it or just supposed to say HBEC. But yeah, like, still leaning towards the other one. I was trying to do it simulcast through Restream like we are right now, and it doesn't automatically buffer down. So they got like 8 hours worth of black screen on Twitch, and then YouTube got full quality at 15,600 KB. And that's just not fair. Because my computer can pump it. It doesn't even hiccup. We've had 4 frames missed in the whole time I've been on out of 2,830,600, nope, now 700, 900. Yeah, anyway, you get the point. Like, it can totally handle the high bandwidth. Oh, the rubber banding is the server. You can go to, what is this called? Where is it?
Welcome,
Dune
noble
Gaming
listeners of House
Tools.
Atreides, to another
And,
poignant episode.
They'll tell you
of
how many
Through
people are
Their
actually on your
Eyes.
server.
Today, we bring you the story
And
of
I,
Sergeant Creel,
I'm
a
worried.
decorated member of the 2nd Deep Desert Expeditionary Force who has faced the horrors of war
Like,
firsthand.
seriously worried.
As we delve into his experiences, we honor the bravery and sacrifices of our troops.
So very, very worried.
Sergeant
8 out
Creel,
of 60,
thank
10
you
out of
for joining
60,
us
10
today.
out of 60, 12 out of
Can
60.
you start by telling us about
These are
your
your
involvement in the
North America
operation at
doesn't seem to
Danger
like the
One?
map
Of
or
course.
the game at all.
We're operational in the deep desert, so when scouting came back with reports of a Harkin placement at Dejumwadi,
Why am I in Europe?
that was a serious
For that
provocation.
matter. For that
What
matter.
happened
Wait a
at
minute, what's going on
Dejumwadi?
here?
Like I said, we own the deep desert, so when word got back to us of a Harkonnen bastion being raised, our commanders
Hey.
knew what to do.
Oh no!
7
Oh
different
wow!
cohorts, including the
Okay.
5th Mesa Infantry and Gurney
They're
zones,
playing
were
on the weekend.
simultaneously
We got
deployed
like
in
20
coordinated
people on every
attack.
single one.
The whole operation was
Where's
brutal.
Harmony?
The Hark defenders
What's
are much
going on
more
over here?
vicious than we were used to.
And yet, you and your fellow soldiers managed to execute
Just
the mission with
how's it
surgical
going?
precision. Can you share a specific moment from that operation that stands out in your memory?
There was this one moment, I guess.
Oh,
The Hark bastion
there's this
was
one
going
called
to
Boots.
Phil,
I thought it
taking
said
out a group
booties.
of engineers,
I was
but
like, oh, what?
we were spotted by a fortified lasgun position.
Wait,
from the
what the
finished part
hell?
of the bastion and pinned
Jungle
down.
Boots Eurasia. Did they rename my
They were
server?
really tearing us apart. But somehow, we managed to get behind them through the
Cetus,
half-built
Dayside,
works.
Farhold,
I remember crawling through the
Relicon,
bloodstained
Junction,
sand and rubble.
Nom,
The smell of death
Curious,
and fried
Dustpan,
ozone
House at
thick
Home.
on the air.
Ishtar,
When we finally took out that position, at least, it felt like a small victory in this ceaseless ocean of despair.
Your bravery is truly inspiring. As the operation continued, what kept you and your fellow soldiers going?
Oh, Jesus.
Duty, honor.
Okay, I
things
stand
they drilled
corrected.
into you from day one.
Those are okay.
The example set by the fearless men of Gurney's Own.
Yeah, this is okay.
But
This is
honestly,
okay.
In the end, it's all about the man next to you.
I mean, mine's only
Damn,
50%,
you
but
fight
like
for
some of them are almost
Keep
full,
him alive.
so that's okay.
It wasn't about grand ideals anymore.
Yesterday there was only 4
Survival.
people on, so I was
House
tripping
Atreides
hard.
prides
I was
itself
like,
on
I
its
think they
moral
killed
high
themselves
ground
and shot
and
themselves in the
honorable
foot.
conduct. How did the principles of Canley and the Great
But not if the
Convention
numbers are like that
hold
on
up under
Saturday
the
night.
extreme conditions
That's
of
actually a
battle?
really good sign.
Canley. That's for
Well, let's
fancy
see.
folks with sashes and
Where's
pressed
my
uniforms.
list? Okay, so I
Relax.
need 195
Reality of
steel.
war
I think we're still on
changes
steel.
people. These missions, you do things that you never thought you would. I remember one night, after we took out a Hark listening station, seeing my comrades picking
Let's
through
take
the
some of
carnage
this and see something.
off of Harkonnen survivors. They seemed different somehow. As if the brutality of the war had drained all humanity out of them. I even remember
Sergeant Creel, it's clear that the emotional toll is
So
heavy.
Alpha, if you're still watching, like I've
Perhaps
told
we can
everybody else,
focus
if you
more on
want to
the
play,
moments
we're
of
on
camaraderie
Harmony.
and hope that you
Um,
experienced during these dark times.
I can't remember what the
What?
server is, but the more important part is it's Harmony.
yeah, I mean, there are moments,
You can pick your
sure,
C-Tech or whatever the hell that's
but,
called.
like, between missions,
And we still
people
get to
share
play
stories,
amongst the
laugh
worlds.
about the little things. Anything to keep the darkness at bay.
It's real fun,
But those
honestly.
moments are fleeting.
Gonna have to say it's worth the
The
money.
reality of what we have to do is
I've been
always
trying to
there,
talk it up just so I have
lurking in
people
the
to play with.
background.
And
Because so
during
far the
Shield
dungeons,
Wall
I've been in a
operation,
couple dungeons where
what
I'm
was
gonna
the state
where
of your
you need
unit at
help.
that
You can't
point?
solo them,
It,
which is nice because that
Pretty
means
chaotic.
it's actually a dungeon.
at that point, we were exhausted, just barely holding on.
Shit.
More than half the unit was replacements by then.
Okay, we have to go north.
Inexperienced kids, really. Just hanging on by the skin of their teeth.
Mhm.
And the Harkonnens had good intel.
And they're like they're not
They somehow
instanced
knew about
either,
most
so
of
it's
our
live.
operations
So
beforehand.
like, it's dangerous. You can
I lost
come
more
into
friends
an
in those
area
days than I can
empty,
count.
and then next thing you know,
we were
it
just
starts
trying to stay
popping on
alive,
you
you know?
because
Mission by
somebody was in there
mission,
10 minutes before you, and then they
Really?
just they went and cleared.
What was the point
They
of it
just
all?
had the bad
Sergeant Creel,
timing to be in
I'm
the
sure
wrong
at
place
least
at the
you
right
find
time.
some solace in knowing that your courage and
And I
sacrifice
like that
will
a
never
lot.
be forgotten.
I don't like picking
Can
up
you share
ores
with
through
us
the
the
floor,
impact your
but,
involvement in these
I'll
operations
get
has
used to
had
that.
on you personally?
I mostly just remember the faces. The
And this is
screams,
cool. This reminds me of
the
Galaxy
loss.
Radio or whatever from Fallout
I mean, I try to recall
with the
good we
stories
did,
and
the
stuff, which is
successes,
really
the
nice
victories,
because I
but
think that games need something like
hard.
this, especially if it's like
it's ripped
sci-fi-ish.
apart.
Your service and dedication to House Atreides are deeply appreciated. We thank you for sharing your story.
Okay,
with
we're out
us.
of blood.
Yeah,
So,
thank
North.
you. I just hope it was worth it.
And that concludes our interview with Sergeant Creel. His story.
we're trying to get our
is a
power
reminder
grid set
of
up
the
for
sacrifices made by
the
our
push
brave
to
special
endgame.
forces. Let us
Because
honor their
the Once Human
sacrifices
guy that I watch that
and
gives me all the
strive
tips
a
for Once
future where
Human
this can finally
says
end.
that around
The
40
Harkonnens
hours
are
in, you should be
eradicated
at
from all of
endgame.
Arrakis.
And we're around 20 hours right now, so it's actually working like
You
he
have
says
listened
exactly.
to another episode of Through Their Eyes, first-hand accounts from the front lines, presented by your
I mean,
host,
Pawnee Hoof might
Rotundo
say,
Monroe.
Lewd instead of loot, but he's got his info's 100%. And he speaks like 4 different languages. I couldn't believe that until I heard it today from his stream from a couple days ago. He was like talking in he wasn't talking in German and he wasn't talking in English. I was like, well, there's 3. And then he went to a different language too, and I was like, wow, dude, that's pretty cool. It makes me think that America's schools need to step it up a little bit. This. We gotta get the carbon to make the steel. Which, carbon isn't an ore, carbon is a, like, charcoal. But that's okay. Obviously in Dune land, it's an ore. So this is to the PvP area. We will be on foot once we enter there, so they can't blow up my bike. Because I guess you don't drop anything if a player kills you. So we'll just go on foot for the whole thing. Which is fine because I got Spider Babe. We can just go. This is ridiculously fun, honestly. It's not made for controllers. It's my only complaint. Like at all. Like this is me on the mouse. Let's loot the easy parts and then watch. This is on the controller. About the sensitivity. It's just not. It's not there. It's not there at all. I'll probably turn it down, but I shouldn't have to turn it down. It should just work. But it also has seamless integration between the two, so there's no complaining. Oops. Except for when I do that. It works as well as it does. I'm surprised I'm isn't here. That's their name because I can't remember what the rest of the name is. It's just I'm something. It's like Noira or something like that.
His sword once bright, now dulled with strife.
Or Spartacus because he's all into PvP or whatever. So this would be a good game for him. Since endgame is pretty much PvP. Yeah, so this is transition into the PvP zone.
Remember those who fell in fields, whose courage were their only shields. Their names engraved in stars above, their deeds the legacy of love. In silence, now I take my leave. For battles end, and souls must grieve. But know this truth, my comrades dear, in every heart we still stand near. Oh, house of just and noble name, we've lit the stars with honor's flame. And though my journey's end is near, House Atreides, shed no tear. For in the halls where heroes rest, where valor shines, where hearts are blessed, we'll meet again in timeless peace. Where all
I'm afraid.
And trials cease.
Not afraid enough to have, like, you know, me being overran by caution, but...
His sword, once bright, now dulled with strife, reflects the toll of countless lives. Oh, fate, you've carved this path of pain through deserts vast,
oh no, I guess I am too afraid. The rabbit is going.
For House Atreides, I still fight. Remember those who fell in fields, whose courage were their only shields. Their names engraved in stars above, their deeds the legacy of love. In silence, now I take my leave. For battles end, and souls must grieve. But know this truth, my comrades dear, in every heart we still stand near. Oh, house of just and noble name, we've lit the stars with honor's flame.
No,
and though my journey's end is near, House Atreides, shed no tear. For in the hall
I don't want to place it, I want to store it.
Where valor shines, where hearts are blessed, we'll meet again in timeless peace. Where all our pains and trials cease. Powerful words that remind us of the courage and resolve that lives in every Atreides heart.
Yep, Atreides. The fear has overridden my reign. Let me get out the map so I see where we're headed. I think it's north. Let's just go north and get out of the sun. This is the beginning of the Haga, or not Haga Basin, but the PvP area, and I don't want to be in the PvP zone during peak time. Ever. And I can get carbon anytime I want. I haven't PvP'd yet, that's why I don't want to be here. Okay, now we're back out of the PvP zone. We're back into the normal zone. Sure would be nice to have other people to play with me so we could go out as a group so I wouldn't have to worry about it. Nod, nod, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint. Oh, I smell coffee. Somebody make coffee. I mean, don't get me wrong.
The heart of Rendavo. Rendavo's father was a sergeant, old and bent and grey. He served the Duke in '88, back in a bygone day. He lived out in the desert and
I'm pretty good at what I used to
there,
do.
with
If I was
children
using
9 around
KBM,
him,
I wouldn't have
and
missed. They
Ren,
would have died in
the
it.
youngest there.
But,
The
yeah.
older siblings
Controllers.
left some sense, but Ren was left without.
For the handicap, I'm not
He was
like
tall,
a Superman maxer,
but
and
short
I
in
don't want to feel
wisdom,
like I'm cheating.
and grew up broad and stout.
Stick her in the butt.
Pious, cheerful, willing. Yet he seldom did things right.
Man, let me in.
What will become of you,
So let me
poor
in.
boy? His
What the
father
hell?
asked each night.
Are
And
we
finally,
desyncing again?
Ren answered, a soldier, sword in hand. If all else fails, at least I can still die for Duke and land. Ren packed his bag
Fine,
and went
whatever.
to join the brave Atreides troop. Strong and fit, and healthy too. He was welcomed in the group. But when he had to master drills and learn the skills of war, the sergeant screamed and laughed and screamed still more. For when ordered
The
to
goal
turn left,
for me
Ren would quickly turn to right,
is to actually get
and told to shoulder
this
arms.
ore and then go up
Instead,
north
he charged with all
so we
his
can start
might.
making the ornithopter.
Rendavo's
Then I'm gonna go
drills and
down
tunnels
south because I think
became
all I
a
need to do is do the
well-known tale.
POIs in the south.
Even
and I'll get
famous
enough
Duncan,
points
Idaho,
to buy
would
the
smile
blueprints.
at his travail. And when at last Ren's
Then,
unit was ordered off to war,
before stream time
the
tomorrow, I
officers
should be flying.
debated, was he suited for that chore? But Ren just let them argue. He
And that's how
stood
good it
there,
is. I haven't stopped
broad
playing.
and straight.
Oh, and Zenless. I know you don't
With
like
the
Zenless that
others,
much,
I
but
can't go.
Zenless has a
I'll
really
go
nice
alone.
anniversary program
Just
going
wait.
on.
He took his
And
sword and backpack
I actually
and
missed that game.
marched out with
I can't
the
believe how much
rest.
fun I'm having playing it.
At camp, he was their servant, fulfilling each request. But when the battle
I thought I was
raged,
done with Zenless Zone
he was
0.
ordered
Then I
to
started
stand
it again
back.
like a week
He
ago.
didn't understand when to
And I've
take
been
cover or
wholly
attack.
enjoying it.
Duncan, Idaho was on the run, Harkins in his tracks. He passed Rendavo's unit, shouting,
Let's be done.
"Boys,
Let's go up
you
see
watch
this.
our back.
Let's go see how tough these guys
Don't
are
let
up
the
here.
devils through the gorge, or all of us are lost. Guard it until we regroup. Keep it safe at any cost." A small detachment, made up but of barely 20 men, got there in time to make their stand. Along with them came Ren. The Harkonnen fell on them hard, their lasguns raining death. And
Oh,
seven
nope,
brave
nope, just
Atreides
nope,
men
just nope.
gave up their costly breath. The same disastrous
Down the
fate would
PvP.
soon befall all those who'd stay. So in order to retreat, they all retreated straight away. All but one, who stayed
And
to
that's a
fight
click.
and
That's a
charged
no
the
way to go.
foes instead. Ren couldn't get the notion of flight through his stubborn head. He just stood there, broad and strong, and ready now to teach a lesson to each Harkonnen who came within his reach. At the choke point in the gully, They all each took a turn, but without
So I guess,
lasting cover.
hold on, careful,
One by
pay
one,
attention, okay.
were forced
So I
to
guess they're
learn.
using Oprine
They
on this.
charged at Ren, but each who came was fought and bested all the same. None could beat him at this game, for Atreides' honor, house, and name. Duncan Idaho had rallied all the troops that still were hale. He shouted, "Hold out, my brave lad, we're coming, do not fail." He told all who would hear him, watch a true Atreides fight. Hurry, boys, come to his aid, he has saved us all tonight. Against that
Crashed. First crash in the ever, in fact. Send a report to Funcom. This will take a minute. It's actually kind of slow. Like, seriously, if you don't have a good computer, I don't recommend playing this at all. It takes like 2 minutes to boot. Even for my Ryzen, it takes a while. But once it boots, it's stable for the most part. It's the first time I've crashed in over 20 hours, so it is what it is. And I'm a giant fan of Funcom, so I will never talk shit about it. They make some of my favorite games. Like of all times, in fact. The Secret World, I call it the Secret Squirrel, I can't help it. Was literally one of my favorite games until they dumbed it down, and then I just quit playing because they took out the need to use your brain. And once they did that, I was just like, nah, sorry, I can't help you, I don't care. I will not play your game anymore, you're not getting money from me ever again. They only got $18 from me to begin with, but still, you're not getting money from me. That was in like 2009, 2010. But like, you know, you're not getting money from me if you're gonna make it to where your really cool game is now playable by like 10-year-olds, for example. Not to knock intelligent 10-year-olds. I'm sure there might be some, but when you have to translate hieroglyphics in like Yiddish or Hebrew, you know,
dream
like,
of it amongst
well,
the
here's the
wild
intro.
threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the Imperium rise from the ashes left in the wake of the Great Revolt. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. With that commandment, new avenues of human potential were explored. Mentats, Suk Doctors, Sword Masters, and the mystical Bene Gesserit Sisterhood. But it was the Navigators and their monopoly on space travel that set the conditions for the Imperium. But I am telling you of the universe you already know. Let me describe the one you do not. In this other universe, my mother, Lady Jessica, consort to Duke Leto Atreides, gave birth to a daughter, a girl they named Ariste. Because of her obedience to the Bene Gesserit, Lady Jessica is trained as a truth-sayer. Because of that training, Lady Jessica was able to detect Dr. Yue's deception. Because of the forewarning of his betrayal, House Atreides survived the Battle of Arrakeen. Because of their survival, the Emperor declared a full-scale war of assassins.
gotta stay up late to watch those movies. Oh, it's not rendering. I wonder how... That looks like it's the pathway over there. Is there a path over here? I went down there. That could be our first node. Alright, back to talk to ourselves. So here we go. Let's get out again, just in case there's something to fight. It's literally still down below us, huh? I don't know, I don't think so. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the other map and let's go harvest for real. Okay, it looks like we can come up from over here. See the scrapes? Oh, really? We can't climb up here? The hell? Why can't I climb up here? I feel like Conan. Where are you going? You're going the wrong way. Up is up. Chicken butt. Nope, no good. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go all the way up the path. Bugs have been located. Bugs have been found. Here we go with the bugs. Would make sense too, because like I think personally I would assume that beta would have less PvP than like, you know, launch. So nobody's out there bug testing the PvP area. They're just like trying to get through the game and, you know, talk shit about it or whatever, because that's how most of these people that get access to beta work. Having done lots of CBT and stuff where you actually are supposed to be looking for bugs, like seeing gaps where you fall through the world or any of that other mess. And most of these guys are just like, nope, our job is to play your video game and try to power through to the end and then complain that there's no storyline because it's a beta test. And they straight tell you when you log into the beta test that the storyline has been removed for the beta test. I mean, I guess there's no saying that there's common sense. Some people just don't have no common sense. But, you know, I'll know, like, the hell, man. At least read your EULA before you decide that you're going to do something with it, if you're going to do anything with it at all. That looks like metal. and carbon. So not quite what I'm looking for. Worst part is we have to drive back. Lots of carbon. Right, I think that's carbon. Let's go see if this is carbon or not. It most certainly is. Carbon, carbon. We don't need to loot carbon when we're in a spot where it might be dangerous for us. As in, you know, there's monsters that may or may not make it to where we can go home. When we're out looking for basalt or whatever the hell it is. That's what Syntac calls basalt, so that's what I call basalt. It's basalt. Oh my god, that was close. Joe, thank you. How do we get around this? This is probably not the smartest idea I've ever had. And I'm starting to regret coming out here at all. Where are the NPCs? That's one thing Funcom really does seem to do very well, is they do their deserts very well. Like, Conan has some beautiful desert. Where am I on the map? So we're north of Handacadir. Let's check the interactive map. Make sure we're not, like, messing this up anywhere. F. Is there any by the stairway? No, not that I can tell. It's all back in the PvP zone over here. To my right. This is a very, really, real bad idea. Not to emphasize how bad it is, because I have a bad feeling about this. Probably gonna get blown up. We're pushing into aluminum territory, is why I'm saying that. And that was probably shooting at us. I have an idea. Can I abandon it? I guess we could just leave it here, right? That works too. This is just granite. Yeah? Yeah. really slow. What do we need? 195 cobalt. So 3. So, Jesus Christ. What's 195 times 3? $585. Yeah. Wow. Wowzers. Okay. At least we know what it looks like. Get the gun out.
I see someone.
Interloper! Reloading! Kill them all! That one empty!
Oh, he was the boss, I guess, or whatever. Ironically, we're only here for, we're here for ore. We're not here for these guys. I see it, but I don't care. I want out. Or they respawn. That's gonna be some expensive upgrading. I don't even know. What do we have on us that weighs so fucking... Oh, pardon. It's the cobalt, or this crap. And it's only 64. Is it just heavy? 14. What can we do? For a Klondike part. Oh, I know. Hold on, I got it. This is some big brain stuff right here. Watch this. That's wrong button. Oh, wrong button. There you go. Boop. Come on. Back out and get on the bike for a minute. It gets rid of heat stroke. It's like your super cheaty way to not have to worry about it. And then you go boop, and you go boop. And it wasn't nearly as much as I was hoping it would be, but that's okay. Gas up. Back on the bike. $195 divided by 3. It takes 3 per. We're nowhere close to our quota. I guess in all honesty and sincerity, what we need to do is we need a GTFO and slowly come in and out of here and get more. Or find a better spot once we get empty so we can just like harvest up all of it. So it's 3 per and we need 195, so we need 600 and something. And that's only for 3 turbines. So it's going to be a minute. Luckily the sandstorm's going the wrong way, so just keep driving until we can find a way out of this mess I've gotten myself into. I mean, it's an adventure, it's not really a mess, but it could definitely be going a lot smoother. And I think before any more trips into the killing fields, we're gonna go and we're gonna get the next cutter. Because it looks like our DPS is on par with what we need to be. Like, we're on track with our damage. But what we're not on track with is we're not going to be able to do any of the higher level mats at all. Because this cutter can only do carbon, and it's where it caps out. And I think if I remember correctly from the tooltips, the higher level your cutter, the more you can do. Okay, so see all of that weird texture where it's kind of swirly? That is quicksand. So you gotta drive in between the quicksand like this rather quickly. Not to be confused with the guys from Down Under, but you just get in between it and you get your butt out of there. Ironically, the sandworm didn't notice that we were even around, which is weird, but that's okay. That one's next. I'm gonna show what I've learned today in my very limited scope of playtime. Other than harvest all the iron you ever see anytime you ever see iron. And zoop. I mean, it's some cobalt at least. I mean, we didn't do grand. But I honestly think that we're in the wrong biome. We could be 2 maps ahead of this for this part, but I don't see the point in moving when travel is so easy to begin with. I mean, yes, I am trying to get into aluminum. Or unless you're British or Australian, and then it's aluminium. But there's no I to say that it's actually supposed to be pronounced that way, but you guys do you. Like the one guy, like Ponyhoff says, English is the strangest language ever. And that's even coming from an American English speaker. Like the difference between gray and gray. I don't understand why Americans had to differentiate and not just make it G-R-E-Y, just like everybody else. Like, it was kind of strange that they even bothered to do that. And now if it was a different color of gray, like, you know, how there's like cerulean blue and azure, that would make sense more than just we wanted to be different. But the fact that you did it just to be different basically means that, you know, that kind of culture is the reason why we have words that don't mean what they used to mean. I'm not a linguist or whatever, but I just think it's strange. You know what else is strange? Woo, we don't have any backup lights. And no beeping. Oh, I want beeping when I back up. I want people to be like, oh my god, it's a wide load, you better watch out. Boop. So much easier with a mouse. This is not a controller game at all. But the shitty part about that is, and part of my French YouTube, because I come from PvP games, for the most part, until I decided I wasn't going to PvP anymore, is that, super precision. So if there's cross-server things, like, you know, Xbox and PC and PlayStation or whatever, the guys who play on PC are gonna trump most of the people. I think Xbox has a mouse and a keyboard setup. I believe my sister used to use one of those. But I don't know if PlayStation is at all. And so they can't compete for precision. And so eventually they're going to get bottlenecked or pushed out of the brackets because they just can't. You know, it's the controller. Your D-pad snapped back to where you were last facing. It's not anything that they can do anything about. And I feel that it's an unfair advantage. It's kind of funny too, though, that you would even try to PvP with a controller. I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. I've tried, and I don't recommend it. Unless it's a fighting game with PvP aspects like that, then yeah, you can probably get away with it. But if it's like a shooter, the mouse affords stability and stuff, and it's way more accurate. It's just like night and day. Completely and utterly like night and day. Have any sand? Oh, okay. Oh, pardon me. Oh, exercise has got me worn out still. What time is it? Oh, wow. Already. We've been on for 2 hours already. And some of my almost regulars are not here. So that's something. It's Saturday though. I don't fault anybody for not wanting to watch me when there's much more fun to be had, like, you know, going out and touching grass. From a psychological standpoint, I would advocate touching grass as opposed to saying watching people. Or a YouTuber or any of that other stuff. Unless you're like an agoraphobic and you need to stay inside because something's wrong with you. Yeah, you should be outside. Including if you have disabilities, you should still go outside. It's good for you. You get like vitamin D, social interaction helps build character. Pardon. Okay, so that is over here. Oh, it's in the bike. Right. So all of that, we got like 10. Really. Get up. So for the moment, we're better off looting POIs than doing that. It's more entertaining and engaging, even for me. Because that is insanely, like, WTF. Yep. We're up to 20. Oh, almost 20. We're up to 19 out of 195 cobalt paste. Ooh, yeah. Moving on in the world. That's what I mean, though. I think that's for a different zone. So what we'll do is we're going to do an energy bank. We'll build another one of these. And that should get most of it funded. Because they probably want you to do the sanguineous units or whatever these otter guys are. You know, the blood attractors. While you're, like, leveling and getting ready for it in game. Until you're at the point where you're in the same zone with aluminum. And I bet you that cobalt stuff's everywhere. The Ethereums or whatever it's called. And it's probably everywhere then. I forgot, let's deposit the other ore we harvested. I have a hard time calling it ore because it's not technically an ore. And I didn't mean the iron, I meant the carbon. Because carbon isn't an ore. Carbon, like, for real, when you're making steel, it's not an ore. It's like charcoal. Like, literally, it's like charcoal. And I can look it up to prove myself right or wrong. And I'm gonna in a minute. But I'm pretty sure it's charcoal. And yeah, this is another one of Joel being like, if you did Conan and stuff, so it's like the riddle of steel and Dune. Yeah, carbon ore isn't a standard term. The key carbon-bearing material used in steel production is coke. Coke is made from coal, which is heated to drive off impurities and volatiles, saving by a high carbon fuel source. This coke is then used in blast furnaces, produce iron ore, and produce molten iron, which is then refined into steel. Now, what is coke? It isn't shiny like that either. So coke is the fuel, and then coal is what they use to make the steel. Yeah, see, I knew that coal wasn't... Oh. It burns off the impurities, so that's why. And then they use coal with the iron to make steel. So I know the Japanese swordsmiths, they just used, like, it was just the other way around. It was just coal. That doesn't mean what I thought it meant. That just meant something was done. Or not? No, okay, yeah, no. That just means something was done. I don't have the building tool on me, right? Oh, I do have the building. That's the thing. You always should be in a state of learning. If you're not, you're letting your brain go to mush and you're stacking. There, and that 33,000 milliliters. That'll be all the water we'll need for a while. Like seriously, for like the next 2 or 3 days, anyway. Literally, probably only for 2 or 3 days. We're busy. We're building an ornithopter tomorrow. Or maybe on Monday. And then, speaking of, because I thought it was going to be enough content to go through the whole month, we'll probably start going to... What are we going to do? Mahoyo Monday, maybe? And something like that again, because now that I'm playing Zenless Zone, I want to play it again. It's nice to see that we have neighbors. And that guy is actually on. He's on right now. He's built... Let's go over here and look at his house. This is just since I, like, started playing today. Look how much bigger it is. I bet he's even in the other zone. And he's got those things to expand your claim. Where you pay 15,000 credits. And you have to use resources. Just so he has a bigger base. For no reason. You know, because, you know, we have to compensate for something, so we have a giant base. I had to go there, I can't help it, I'm sassy. That's what we do best. Ours, on the other hand, we are going for... I want the ornithopter. Whoops. they're locked out because we don't have them researched yet. See, they're right here. Although we can start getting ready to research. We have 24 more points that I didn't realize we got. So let's see what we can do over here. Let's see, to unlock this, we need to spend... It's real close. That'll get us to 88 out of 300. I feel infrastructure is more important. We don't eat rats, I don't care. We're probably never going to use this, but let's research this anyway. I'll take that. Same with weapons. We probably will never use most of these, but see, they're easy points to waste. So let's get to this done. And then a little bit of exploring, and then we'll have aluminum unlocked, and we'll be ready to move into the zone that I'm talking about, because we're pushing hard. We're not, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing this on, what we're actually doing this for, because it doesn't make sense to go hard like this, considering the game just came out, and probably most of the content isn't even developed yet. And we'll be sitting here, and I'll have to start over just to do it, but... Hold on, I'll be right back. Now that I just said that, I have to go, like, stand up for a minute and think about it. Don't drink about it, just think about it. Sorry about that. I had to go on a segue about FunCon games and stuff with one of the people I live with. Just cause. We have a sandworm flashing on my taskbar. What is it about? Is this battle eye? Yeah, file blocks can be ignored if they don't cause problems with the game. ABG, block battle eye. Well, good job, ABG. I'm not surprised. And I'm not surprised. It's ABG. They don't ever do their job like they're supposed to. So anyway, so here we are, and this is supposed to be the garage facility section. I don't know what to do. I had this problem earlier today too, because we're transitioning already into the next map segment. And we can go do some storyline probably. But like I was saying, go back and hit all the hot spots so we make sure that we have all of our research points done. Is that supposed to be a hammer? This looks like SpongeBob on top of a rock. And honestly, it's Saturday, and even I don't want to stream all night on Saturday. So maybe what we might do, because we've been on since 4, is we'll call it at 7. And I'm gonna do a sojourn and figure out what the frick to do. Because I don't know what to do other than like get us some points and like bounce. Because I think we're done on this map. I mean, technically we're not. Let me look at the map and I'll show you what I mean. So here we are on my map part. And we're missing 9 caves, 30 campsites, 3 major POIs, and 1 more mine. And 5 collectibles. The 5 collectibles is the most important part. That's 25 research points. And this is probably the mine, is the ironworks. I don't know, let me see if there's another mine on the map that I haven't found yet. Cause see, I've been all over this damn map. Like, I don't know. This I need help for. I cannot do the Ina Hiller fight by myself. And I could go into chat and I'll ask. Maybe we can set that up for tomorrow. And we can get somebody else to come with us, or like a group, and we can rush the place. Because I tried. They respawned before I was able to do it. And in the final room with the boss, there's like 8 or 9 ads. And the boss. And you pull like 5 of them, and 2 of them have poison. I don't believe. Let's look in the survival fabricator. And we don't have to be able to craft it. We just need to see if it exists. If there's actually something that can, like a healing item that turns off poison. I guess the shield mark 2 would work, because then what we do is we pull them and let them shoot us while the shield is up. I guess. It sounds kind of dumb, but it might work. I know this does cleanse the poison, but the way that the poison works, okay, so unless you have this hotbar and you're using your keyboard and you're doing key BM, you can't get to this before it kills you. Because doing, for example, doing this and having it like fail, it worked that time, but you know, and having it fail will kill you. That's what happened to me. I died twice. And by then the melees were on me. There was 3 of them, and they beat me to death. So it's totally a group content part. Or else you have to skip it and come back way late when you're in like tier 3 armor. Or tier 4 armor, I think, technically. It's kind of what we're doing right now. That's why we're pushing to aluminum. Which also means that this is trash after tonight or tomorrow. We won't be here anymore. Because we need to move up to, I think aluminum starts over here. It might actually be over here in the Algarve, but I don't think so. Oh, no, it might be over here in Algarve. You know what? We're gonna be dumb. Because, this is beef we're talking about, and when aren't we dumb? Let's get some drinks. Get our water back up. Go the wrong way. Go the wrong way twice. That's my name, it's Wrong Way Faye. That's my Chinese name, obviously. Oh no, seriously though. Don't get mad, because I didn't mean it to be like racist. It's almost my name, so it's close. So let's go up to that zone. Let's head north. See if we can find some aluminum and like that one resource that we need. That I can't remember what his name is. It's like beryllium. I mean, yeah, we need everything else, but we need tier 4 mats more than we need the rest of it. Because I'm not joking, I want my ornithopter by the end of tomorrow. We're gonna be flying around, we're not gonna screw around anymore. I'm hellbent. That might be accurate too, I might be actually hellbent. And see, if you look carefully, see how there's the path? You can see where you can go. So now, whoop, through here. And it's perfect timing because it's getting dark. So now from here, we want... to put out the eye. 2,000 meters away, let's go. And he's not the sandworm. So apparently what happened to us the other night when we died is we found the sandworm. So you gotta watch out for that guy because he's a bad guy. Do I have my scanner? Are we at rounds? Are we in the new map yet? We're not. Okay, we'll scan when we get to the new map. And we're gonna stop early. I mean, it's not really technically early, it's still 3 hours. But as you can hear by the hiccups, that's why we're stopping early. I wanna go bullshit and have fun. And I ain't got nobody watching, so at least, not that I know of. There's probably lurkers. I get lurkers all the time. But as far as I'm concerned, lurkers don't really count. I mean, you kind of count, but you don't really count because you're not talking and I don't get to play with you, so it kind of sucks. It's kind of like how Alpha just runs away. Doesn't even say he's going anywhere, he just bounces on me. He's been like that for he's been watching me for almost 2 years now. He's been that way the whole time. And most people feel like, well, you should be used to it. I'm like, I'm not used to it because it hurts my feelings. And here I am talking to him, but he's not even here. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I had to go take a bath. I'm like, well, you could have said you went to go take a bath. Accountability in all forms. So the bike can hold a bit, and I was gonna harvest this, but we're gonna not harvest this. See if we can, we can't. Nope, we can't. If we go up into this, the mesas, that means fighting. Which I'm okay with the fighting, but we're not here for fighting. We're on a resource scavenge expedition thing. And obviously here to break her bike. And as far as the viewer thing goes, I'm like, I do it to everybody I watch. Except for like Swage and like 8-Bit. Oh, well, technically I call her Meow. Because she'll always be down to me. But everybody else, like, I do outbounce. Like, if you're busy and I'm not getting my attention, I just cut her out. Because obviously you're not there to see me and you're not happy that you saw me. So I'm good to go find somebody else who will be like, oh my god, I missed you.
I see someone.
The crosshairs are hella off. That one was right on the top of her head. It should have shot her right through her. It should have killed her. But, you know, come on guys, do your jobs. I mean, can't you at least try to do your job? I see carbon. I don't see anything good. Let's pick up the bike. Get out that sidearm. Let's move. Because we're not here for the quest. We're here for the scav. Yep. Somebody I know went live. Are you sure? Yep. Level 2 weapons. We're here in Aluminum Land. That's what that meant. That's why he didn't die in one hit. What do we got? See, this is why it's easier just to go do the POIs. Because, like, see, we already got 4 of it. We got 5 on it. Blip, right in your butt. Actually, that was in the ground. We're bleeding blood from a rock. Can I just, like, shoot you in the head? Nope. Lung shot. Oh, no, that was a liver. Stand and deliver. I was dying for a vampire game, and the next thing you know, Dune came out. Who'd have thought? Okay, so we want north, right? you should be able to see the crystals for what we're looking for. They're pink and they're like giant quartz crystals. Let's come up over here and scale the cliff. Let's see what the cliff has for us. And I think that's where we're gonna stop for tonight. Or at least on stream. I'm not done. But, I'm not gonna put you guys through this. We try to figure out what's going on. I'm not your boy. Would you just, there you go. I was thinking about Jamon Kim. I haven't watched him for a long time. I had to say it. I'm not Joe Usual, and he's playing right now, so if you guys want to watch something that's a little more entertaining and cuss-tastic, go join Joe Usual over there on YouTube at My Usual Me, and he will totally carry you guys through the rest of the evening. I am going to pretend that I am a ninja in the middle of the wastelands, and I'm going to find everything we need to make better content for tomorrow or the next day. Good night, everybody. Thank you for wasting time. YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, if you would. Push the bell notifications. It will let you know anytime I go live. This has been another episode of Waste Time with Faye. Oh, wait, Twitch. Push the mislabeled friend button, and also you will be notified anytime I go live. This has been another episode of Waste Time with Faye, and it's a saucy Saturday. Good night, everybody. I hope to see you again tomorrow for Survival Sunday. Bye-bye.
As your skin fades, you take softly place. You reflect the journey, the highs and the haze. The peaks of the quest, the victories we won. Together we laugh, together we spark. In this virtual world, equals friendship strong. The challenges faced, the proud and the long. The memories we made will forever remain in the hearts of all who took in this gaming chain. And as the final credits roll, we bid farewell. But know that in our hearts the adventures will dwell. Thank you to viewers for being part of our tale. In this pixelated world where dreams set sail. So until we meet again in the digital domain, keep gaming, keep dreaming, let passion reign. Together we'll conquer, together we'll fly. In this never-ending journey under the bright sky. From animals to world of the pride. In the virtual world I thrive. I'm a streamer, gaming dreams come true. Living in a pixelated world, me and you. Every level, every quest I'm on fire. Streaming my adventures, taking you higher. I'm a streamer, gaming dreams come true. Higher. I'm a streamer, gaming dreams come true.